Hey, what's going on, guys? Double 18 Set Shadow here. The Stride deck sets for Shiranui and Luard are in their first week of release, and boy, they started out with a bang. Compared to Chronojet and Messiah, the base price for these Stride deck sets has started closer to the $100 mark. You can see for the Luard set, we're at $99 with one listing on the regular set on TCG Player, with the market price being almost $92, and there are no premium deck sets left right now. And the same can be said for Shiranui. Shiranui has deck sets left on both ends, but both of them are still very close to very high valuations. The premium deck set's currently $265 base, but the regular deck set, $97.94, is the lowest price right now. And of course, just like with all the other deck sets, the grade 1 of the ride line that provides you the crest is ridiculously high in price. For Shiranui, it's Seizui, who is now $68.97 base price, and for Luard, these isn't even in stock right now. And if we take a look at what it's actually sold for, well, it's not as high as Seizui, but you can see that the card has already been selling for $25 to $33. So any more that come on the market are very likely to be much higher. And I'll also point out that the SP version of Drag Driver Luard is also out of stock on the Luard side as well. And when it comes to other cards, Drag Saver Eris is also out of stock, which is also pretty weird to see given it's just a perfect card. And you look at the regular versions that are ultimately it looks like sellers are not really cracking open these deck sets, and they're just selling them out so quickly that they don't have enough to keep open for themselves for singles. So it's really just going to be a matter of when players are willing to get rid of these decks and put them on the market themselves. Because it doesn't look like, from what I've been hearing, these deck sets are very short in supply. And I had also heard during the time of the pre-orders, several pre-orders had to be canceled because of the unexpected shortage that we were expected to receive. So, unfortunately, if you didn't pre-order these deck sets, it'll be hard to find one at a good price. I've heard some players say they were able to get them in the 50s to 60s, and if they did, well, count your lucky stars, because right now they are running out of stock, and they are running out no matter where you look at this point. Let's move into some singles that we've been looking at for these deck sets. The first one, we're going to start with some Luard stuff, which Painkiller Angel, we've been talking about this every so often now because its price has been increasing and its quantities have been declining. And right now, all copies are at least $5, and there are 4 standard rarities of this, with the SP, only one SP existing from set 1, and that's now $40 base at this point. But if you want to pick up Painkiller Angel, it's at least $5 if you want it right now. Then you've also got Stealth Fiend Nisaso for Shiranui, which we recently got a lot of attention due to grade 2 gaming play with the deck. Now its base price is $20 for the double rare, and it's $25 right now for the FR. You've also got Stealth Rogue of Path of Change, Kagachika, which I'm not sure if this is really played in Shiranui, but I did take note of how this had been selling out once or twice on TCG Player, and now both the double rare and the FR are aligned at $5 for the base price. Then you've also got Knight of Excision Diorung, which this one got a lot of hype when Luard was first announced, and the FR had been bought out past $10 at one point, but we're back down to $7.35 for the base listing. There are only 4 listings left though, so just keep that in mind. However, the rare is actually very much available. 20 listings overall starting at 80 cents. So at the very least, even with Luard in this state, it might not get bought out that quickly, if at all, but I'd still pay attention to it as it was a popular thought when the Stride deck sets were first announced. Something that what is getting bought out, though, is Moth Girl Maple's Grade 2. Keep in mind that this does work with Luard, as all you need to do is place a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard on the Vanguard circle. So if you stride with Luard, you can revive this from your drop. On top of that, if you were to, I'm talking a little strategy here, if you were to use Luard's Stride skill to retire Maple in the midst of it, and you had a second Maple in the drop at the time, you could actually revive that as well. So ultimately, right now the market price has gone up to $25, and now the base price is $30 for the triple rare. If you want the SP, it's $130 right now, and its market price there is $76.88. If you want the grade 1, that doesn't work with Luard, unfortunately, and current prices, it's $173 for the base triple rare, and $26.55 for the FFR right now. Skull Witch Nemain has also been a choice for when it comes to playing Luard, and while it's not a top pick really, it has gone back up in price and is back on buyout status. 5 listings on the triple rare starting at $18, and then you've got $43 for the SP with $3 or 3 listings at the moment. Virina Esperidia was falling off as an option, but it looks like players have been buying into the triple rare again for Shiranui. And currently the base price on the triple rare is $27, but keep in mind that the SP is not too far away at $29.19, and the market price is $30.66. However, if you want the DSR, that one hasn't been moving around too much. It's $125 base right now, and market price is $114.54. Ultimately, I don't think this one is going to hold up for quite a while, but I could be wrong. After all, there's the issue of trying to... Well, I guess now that we can play 50 cards in the deck, it does open up more options to play this card, as deck space would have been tight with just a 46 card main deck. Then, of course, we've got Stealth Fiend Forktail, which it's been up and down with Shiranui's pre-order hype and now release, and now we have copies starting from $20 right now, and they have been selling closer to $30 at some points. We only have 3 listings that are under $30 right now, so if you want this one, do keep in mind the cheap listings are short in print. However, keep in mind that a few of these cards that I've been going over are also getting reprinted in the Triple Drive set. Forktail is getting reprinted, Maple is getting reprinted, but because the Triple Drive set is a 10-pack booster with only 3 cards per pack, don't anticipate this to drop the prices of most of those cards used in the Stride deck sets at this point. At least not that much. If anything, it'll probably keep the price in check, but I can easily see the cards just maintaining their value in the 15s to 20s and eventually make their way back up. Something I wasn't anticipating though, Diablos Viamon's Bruce is back up in value. Recently, players have been buying into this one for $12 plus for the triple rare, and the market price is only $6.48 right now. It's a little bit sparse, but not too much. You can see a lot of under $10 listings, but the more recent ones and a few old ones sold for $12. Available listings are 11 and 12 at the lowest right now, so I'm not sure why this has happened. I don't recall any new support for Viamon's Bruce coming out, so if anybody happens to know, I'd like to hear what happened there. And the same goes for Konksati, which is support from set 9 for Balsagra. This one also jumped in price, but with a low market price at this point of $5.49 in comparison. Recent listings have sold for $10, and a lot of listings have been selling recently at $5. So there are only 3 listings left on this card, starting from 10, going to 15, and geez, the $15 listing has over 30 copies. Yeah, if anyone has any idea on this one, I'd like to hear it too, as both of the skills are completely tied to arms, so I don't see how it could be used in anything other than Balsagra. Gratias Gradale has been seeing a rebound as well. This is the Regulus piece that does Persona Ride for you. And right now, you can see that the market price on this is $7.55, but recent sales have been going above that. One person actually bought the Grail for $15.49, and more recently over $8. There have been a few $10 sales here and there from the last few days, so it's still selling pretty consistently. And available listings start from $11.50 and go into the $15 range, so it's starting to rise back to where it was before. Cards that are getting more aligned in value, like Roaming Prison Dragon, are ones to watch out for, as we've got 6 listings left on the triple rare starting at 20, but the SP's base price is currently $21.96 with 8 listings. So, yep, just keep that in mind. If you're looking at the triple rares, or if you're looking at the low rarities of anything, I say this a lot, check the higher rarity, because you might be surprised as to how close in value it is, or it might even be lower. And our final card for today is sold out on almost all fronts now. Elementaria Sanctitude is down to 1 listing available, 4 listings overall for the full art version. All of the regular versions have been sold out. The World Finals version is sold out. And the one that's available, which is the full art, is $36 base with a market price of $28.12. So we desperately need a reprint of this card with the amount of new decks that are coming. It's just, yeah, it's... And you have to consider that this is played in premium as well. So with all that said, and on top of that, we're back in a format dominated by strides, meaning that Elementaria Sanctitude is more necessary than usual now in D format. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.